Yo guys, what is going on? Savage here. Today I've got another gameplay breakdown for you. This is a recent quads match where I'm playing with Drifter, Swolzen, and Willie. You've probably seen them in past videos of mine, or you're familiar with their content. If not, I will link all their channels in the description below. Also guys, before we get into it, subscribe to the channel, join the wolf pack today. Don't forget to leave a like on the video. Let's get to 400 likes this video, and follow me on Twitch if you guys are interested in live gameplay. But guys, this is a really fun game. Nothing crazy as far as kills is concerned. I think as a squad we dropped 45 46 kills, so it wasn't anything too crazy, but the teamwork was so flawless that I don't think any of us ever died. But without further ado, let's dive into it. All right guys, so we're gonna actually kind of throw an audible into what I always preach. We're gonna change up gameplay drastically, and this is more or less for you guys, just for those of you who don't want to always stick to the things that I say. I'm going to show you other variants and ways you can kind of complete objectives faster and rack up on money really quick. So our best teammate is actually going to go grab a bounty objective, and I'm going to make my way over to the flag objective. What's going to happen is my teammate is going to grab the bounty objective and hopefully track down and kill the bounty really fast. Now it is quads, so he is technically solo quadding, but because he is the carry on the team, he is actually able to do that. I don't recommend it, but if you do have someone goated on your team, this is definitely a great strat. So as he's fighting the bounty and killing them and stuff like that, I'm gonna go ahead and start looting up, making sure this area is secure. I'm gonna stay near the flag objective. That way when the bounty is completed, I can go ahead and grab the flag objective right away. Now that my teammates completed the bounty, I'm gonna go up there and grab the flag objective. You'll notice I'm by myself right now. I'm gonna stay next to the buy station. That way my 3 teammates can run, capture the flag real quick, and make their way back to me. If they were to come all the way by me and pick me up, and we're gonna go to the flag and then capture the flag when we come back, if nobody's here to hold down the zone, we could really roll up to our death with RPGs and C4s and things like that. So I'm just gonna keep it safe around this area. Normally I would say don't do that, stay together, just because of how things worked out with him going to get the bounty way away and then picking him up. It's just the quickest option to get money fast. So we're all going to be exchanging stuff. As you notice, I have UAVs. We now have an armored box. We have our loadout incoming. We're basically stocked to the max right now. Of course, we could probably use a couple more things, maybe some ammunition stashes and things like that. But for not even being 2 minutes into the match, I think we're doing pretty good. And this is what I always try to preach down y'all's throats is, guys, go for objectives. That way you can get your stuff fast. So right now we're still early game. There's still 113 people left. Most people haven't even gotten a kill or seen an enemy, much less got their own loadout. Now, I do utilize my UAV right away because we've made a lot of noise with our loadout stash. We made a lot of noise with capturing the flag. So I'm going to go ahead and use my UAV. So of course we have to come at them. Now, because we do outnumber them 4v2, there's really no strategy for this. Just full send the shit out of them. 2 people can't really do much. And again, it is 2 minutes into the match. We kind of assumed they didn't have Ghost. There could have been 2 teammates with Ghost, but because it's so early, we basically knew that the chance of these guys having Ghost was slim to nothing. Now, you'll notice that we're actually chasing down another team who's calling back a teammate. That's what the flare in the sky is for. So we're just full sending this entire lobby. Like I say, guys, always go for objectives. Always keep your mind working. You know, whether you pick up a bounty, whether you pick up a flag objective, whether you pick up a search, whether you're chasing down a team who's calling in teammates with flares, whether you're hunting down people who are calling in stashes, there can always be something on the map that you should be focused on going towards. Now, we started making our way towards the team who called in a teammate, but we ran to another team. Now, in the back of our head, we're still remembering the initial team. We're just killing these guys in between. This is a brand new objective that this guy just acquired, and we want to go ahead and make sure he cannot complete it. As you see here, I really dove into a 1v3, 1v4 situation with an MP5. I got real lucky that these guys weren't that good. I think any average player, not even intermediate or a good player, just an average player would have knocked me on my ass. As you can see, I'm just kind of full sending everything. This guy's like some kind of speed hack. I don't know. He's like levitating around the map. But as you can see, I'm just kind of full sending in here, just blindly. I did try to drop shot the enemy, but when he sidestepped me, I couldn't turn because my body was, well, prone next to a crate. So I was kind of stuck there. I got real lucky I didn't die. Guys, even with confidence, you got to play a little bit of smarts. I kind of got careless right there and just got absolutely lucky. So as you guys notice, I only have 1 kill, but we've done a lot of stuff as a team. We've gotten a lot of damage, and we've got a lot of loot and money. So you can have fun with the game. You can keep yourself busy without just hunting down kills. Now, the kills will come eventually. Some games you'll get them early on. Some games you'll get them in the middle. Some games you'll get them at the end. And some games will just be spread out. It really just depends. Now, right here, we end up rolling up on a team who happens to be fighting another team. So technically this is a third party. Now you will notice there's a helicopter coming behind us. He actually does a very smart play. He drops off 3 of his teammates behind us. And as we're focusing the helicopter, the guys are slowly peeking up. Of course, we have a UAV going, so I don't initially focus the guys on the hill. I'm shooting at the chopper, making sure he f***s off. I don't want him to do anything with this fight we're about to take place in. But these guys are just full sending down the hill. Basically, guys, don't do what they're doing. They had the high ground. All of them, every one of those 3 guys gave up the high ground to full send one guy they had downed, which is absolutely crazy. They knew we had a full team here. They saw us from the chopper. They knew what they were getting themselves into. For some reason, they just, they got it down. They're like, fuck it, YOLO, let's get this shit. And they just jumped down to their absolute death. We played that pretty smart. I mean, we probably could have played it better by not all focusing the chopper, someone looking back at the hill. Again, if that would have been a decent team, that could have gone a different way, but I think we played it fairly well. Now, even though we just transitioned to that team, we cannot forget about this team. This is one of the 2 we originally started fighting. So one of our teammates goes down. Our teammate's actually giving us call outs while he's down. That's something you need to do. I notice a lot of teammates will bitch when they get down, and that's fine. But make sure that you're doing your call outs first. That way we can avenge your death, and then you can bitch once the entire fighting situation's over. Now, if you notice, 2 of my teammates flank from the right side. I flank from the left side. I always tell you guys, push enemies at different positions. If you all come up from the same way, all the enemy has to do is look in one direction to have your entire team down their scope. So if you come up different directions, guys, if you spread out, get a little wide flank on them, you're going to catch him by surprise, or you're going to make him panic to the point where he just doesn't know what to do. So this is our second loadout. So now we're rocking Ghost. I'm fully loaded. I'm ready to go. This is basically kind of like in game for us. And we're still only 7 minutes into the match with, 70 people left on the map, roughly. So, I mean, you're about halfway through, and we've already got our in-game loot. As you can see, I'm buying precision strikes. I love precisions and clusters when it comes to in-game. I will definitely prefer UAVs depending on different circles, but because of how bad the end circle can be, I mean, you're on one side of the end circle, a team's on the other side, and you have to move to that team. I love having precision and cluster strikes in my inventory. That way I can launch a streak on them, give myself cover as I move safe into zone. I always recommend just having 1 teammate, maybe 2, that's running cluster or precision at end game. All right, so we make our way to stadium, which is on the edge of the circle. You can usually catch people coming here early, but you'll notice that I put shots on this guy and I instantly push him. I already have him weak, so what I want to do while he's weak is push him. That way when he's plating up, I can get him by surprise, or I can catch him while he's plating. Now, he does end up freaking thermiting me. I hate thermite more than anything on this earth, but we got to deal with it. However, he does forget that I'm right there and my teammate gets the res. The enemy that downed me should have the alert, the little bong sound that says, holy shit, the guy you just downed is now up. I know he got the alert because he was close enough to me, but for some reason, he just doesn't pay attention and I absolutely drill his ass. So after I kill that guy, notice there's an enemy in the Tower of Firehouse. Now the Tower of Firehouse can be a real pain in the ass. All I'm doing right now is suppressing fire. That way my teammate Blue can push in and kill him. So at this time, my teammate needs help. It's a 1v2 situation that we know of. It could be more. So I go ahead and call in the airstrike. It's kind of a waste, but again, I want an airstrike in that tower. That way that guy can't peek and shoot me. I want to suppress that asshole as much as possible. So I'll waste a streak to do it, especially at the rate we accrue cash. It's really not that big of a deal. But my teammate does get the wipe and we start making our way into downtown. Now we notice that there's enemies flying off the buildings and there's people running across the street. So we're gonna go ahead and push these guys and kill them. Guys, even though we're kind of moving towards the edge of the circle, we want to rotate in and knock out as many players as we can, especially if we can third party them. I'm not really a huge fan on sitting and waiting for third parties, but if you just happen to be running towards a team and you hear them fighting, definitely make sure you double time it to them and get those kills. Now there's a lot going on right here. There's at least 2 or 3 teams fighting each other, with not even including us. So we're kind of like in the middle of it. I'm kind of just peeking at one guy, getting hit by another team, and the guys that I'm shooting, I'm not really going to troll them because I'm killing them, because there's, like I said, there's a lot going on. So it's kind of hard to distinguish what team you're trying to fight at the same time. But we as a squad end up wiping all the teams and none of us end up dying, which is absolutely amazing. If you can come out of a fight, especially a multi-team fight, and you don't lose a guy, I think that's a huge victory. Games like that, I think, are the most entertaining for me and the viewers, but that's what I have fun doing, man. I love teamwork. When it comes to like a good game, I don't care if I have 3 kills or if I have 30 kills. If it's been good teamwork, if it's been enjoyable, if we're dominating teams and squads and we're not losing people, to me, that's the most important part. That's just the best type of gameplay there is. All right, so we do notice that there's a supply crate down. We usually don't go after like supply crates and things like that, but we will bait the shit out of them. So my teammate goes ahead and grabs the ATV. We all hop on and we make our way to the supply crate to hopefully find a team. Again, guys, whether you're doing objectives or you're just hunting down things, whether it's crates or different things in the map, make sure you're always going for something. If you just get to this point where you're running around aimlessly and you don't know what to do, find something to do. There's plenty of things to do. Running around waiting to hear for shots is not a good strategy if you want to get high kill gameplay, and especially if you want to get better at the game itself. So Drifter ends up calling out a sniper who has him kind of pinned down to where he can't cross, so I just decided to turn and put suppressive fire on him. Granted, I'm out in the open and I'm vulnerable, but every time I see that sniper glare, I'm just going to go ahead and spray him. Again, suppressive fire is extremely important. I preach this in every video that I put in. Suppress fire, suppress fire, suppress fire. And as you can see, as I'm running to get safe, if you look on the mini map, Drifter is suppressing fire on him as well. Then once we get safe, we can kind of focus him, but he ends up getting the kill regardless. So me and my teammate can just push in this compound. Now, we're at a position now where we're split 2v2. I'm not against 2v2s. If you have a competent team, if you have competent teammates, you can make 2v2s work really efficiently. We just go through this entire compound and obliterate everything that we can find. Meanwhile, my team is on the other compound doing the exact same thing. So we're kind of clearing 2 compounds out at once. Now I'm gonna throw C4 inside and make them plate up. See a guy camp in the corner, I go ahead and hold the staircase, and as soon as he peeks, I obliterate him. I never recommend sitting in a building for too long, and that's kind of the reason why. If you notice, I threw a C4 in at one window, I pushed on the bottom. Drifter ends up shooting him through the window on the other side while they're too busy worried about me. You just give too many teams too much time to figure out how they want to push you if you're just sitting still. I think the key to Warzone is moving around and keeping that movement, keeping the enemy confused and keeping them on their toes. All right, so we're looking at end circle. I like farmland a lot. We probably lose this more than we win farmland, but just because of farmland and how it's designed, it's just a fun ending. I don't know why. You know, there's not many people camping on rooftops. There's a few you can get on, but for the most part, you can't just be on rooftops like you can in downtown or airport and things like that. So there's a bunch of teams on the edge. My teammates are calling them out. Of course, we're all going to run together. We're going to kind of spread out. You'll notice up here in a second, my 2 teammates go right, and I try to cover the left side to make sure that no one else is flanking on the edge of the circle to come up on our left side. And here it is right here. And then as I'm getting shot at, because we split 2 and 2, my teammate that went with me has my back and saved my ass. If I would have challenged that by myself, I would have died. So thank God we had great team play, great teamwork. Again, guys, there's no reason for you to challenge a fight by yourself. I just enjoy sniping. It's just the most fun thing for me to do. But because of how broken the Grawl is right now, as the update stands, there's just no reason to snipe. The Grawl is just nasty and it can possess a sniper too easily. Guys, if it comes to the final circles, always expect the building on the edge to have a team in there. And as you can see, the building on the edge, guess what? They have 2 guys in there just holding each other's pockets, doing some dirty things in that room, and we're going to make sure we shut them down. I got downed. I full sent by myself. I got focused by 2 guys, but because they were too busy worried about me and my team was right on my ass, they were able to solidify all the kills and get the res off. But be fast and efficient. Now, you will notice that we don't just sit in this building. We capture the building on the edge, but what do? We move around. We don't sit. We don't like to sit still. This takes away from the amount of kills you can get. This takes away from the practice. It kind of slows you down, slows your momentum down, and you get fatigued quicker. So we spot 2 guys on the hill. I'm kind of mind blown exactly where everybody's at. We know that there's a 4v4 right now. One of my teammates spots 1 guy on the roof. So we're going to go ahead and assume that an entire team's in this building. Now, we don't know if there is. We should play this probably smart, but we don't. We just full send this. So I noticed 1 guy jumped off the back of the building. Another teammate spotted another enemy up there. So these guys hightailed it out of there real quick, which is a good decision on their part. They went ahead, backed themselves against the circle, got the high ground, got the better positioning, but their lack of teamwork is what hindered their performance in this fight. So as you see, I'm pushing by myself, and I really shouldn't be pushing by myself or challenging that hard by myself. Now, we did end up winning the game. We got the team wipe, and as you can see, the teamwork in this game was just impeccable. This wasn't a super high kill game, but games like this, like where you're just in sync with your team, that end up going really well, despite how many kills we did or didn't have, are just a lot of fun for me. I'm a team-based player. I love playing with other people. I don't like playing by myself. So again, teamwork is what matters for me. Whether we win or lose, as long as it was good teamwork, I'm all smiles. But guys, look, I hope you're enjoying the series. I'm putting a lot of effort into this to help everybody get better, and myself. You know, looking at my own gameplay and analyzing my own gameplay is helping me realize the mistakes that I'm making, and then sharing it with you guys. So hopefully you guys don't make those mistakes as well. But guys, if you haven't already, like the video. Let's get this video to 200 likes. Subscribe to the channel and follow me over on Twitch, guys. Let's go ahead and hit the follow button. With all the positive feedback, I'm excited for more to come. But guys, again, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share it with your friends, guys. Share this video with everybody. But guys, until next time, peace.